Hello students, now we were talking about different methods of concentration, that is different methods of removing the gang particles, and in the last module we have already done with hydraulic washing, in which there are two ways we can do it. One is with Wilfley stable and the other one is by using hydraulic classifier. Now it is time for us to talk about another concentration technique which is called as magnetic separation, and as you know it can be used only for magnetic ores. Well, let's take a nice look at this magnetic separation. Now this magnetic separation can be used only for those ores where the ore is magnetic and the gang is non-magnetic, or the gang should be non-magnetic and the ore should be magnetic, which means the principle of magnetic separation is purely based on the difference in the magnetic properties of the ore components, that is the ore and the gang particles. And the apparatus that we use for the magnetic separation is called as magnetic separator, which looks like this. So the entire magnetic separator consists of two huge magnetic rollers, and it is having a large conveyor belt, and this conveyor belt is usually made up of animal skin, which is leather or sometimes brass. Now if you take a nice look at the industrial photograph of the same magnetic separator, which looks like this, and the magnetic roller in the industry looks like this. So now the next thing is, let us understand the working of the magnetic separator. As I told you, it is consist of two huge magnetic rollers. So first of all, we need to take the powdered or the pulverized ore and we should put from the upper opening. Now what will exactly happen is, when the magnetic roller is rotating, the conveyor belt will start moving. So because of that, the ground ore will be carried by the conveyor belt, and when the conveyor belt is carrying the ore, when the ore will reach near the magnetic roller, it's very obvious that the magnetic part of the ore will get attracted to the magnet and they will fall very close to the magnet, whereas a non-magnetic part will fall little away from the magnet. In this way we can form two separate heaps, one of non-magnetic ore particles and the other heap will be of the magnetic ore particles. So this is one of the simplest way to separate the ore and the gang particles. And by now guys, we have done two methods. One is hydraulic washing and the other one is magnetic separation. And the kind of questions that can be asked in the exam could be this. The very first question is this: magnetic separation is used for increasing concentration of the following. Now, if you take a nice look at all the four options, you don't have to know about all the options. When you can see there is an option called as hematite, which definitely contains iron, that means we can use magnetic separation for hematite. So the right option over here is C. And another question that could be of this type is, an ore of tin, which is Sn, containing FeCrO4 is concentrated by which of the following? Now since another component contains iron, it is very easy to separate tin and iron by using magnetic separation. So the right option is A.